Morning. Happy wake and bake. Take your pills. Take your pills and grab your juice, to keep other people alive juice because Call of Duty is being played and we gotta try to keep other people alive. Even though Call of Duty is the soundtrack of cussing at God because they make the game, or people play the game better than other people and then they want to cuss at God like it's God's fault. So make sure you have your keep other people alive juice because, but also I have to say a lot of it might be me right now too because I do not like this guy. And it seems like this guy is writing anti rules or rules for, I don't know, rules for what? Maybe rules that these people seem to follow that don't go with the original rules. You know, they made up their own fucking rules, and this guy, his name, what is it, Ben Sira or whatever, must be the father of these people not following the fucking rules. I don't like this guy. I don't like him. But we're gonna fucking finish it. But I don't like this guy. I don't like this book. I think this book is totally wrong. But we're gonna read how wrong it is. I almost want to stop. I almost don't want to read no more of this book because this guy is infuriating to me. Is that a cat? There's a cat. I guess there's not a cat. But back to, I don't like this guy. I will do my best not to cuss him out. I've done this 3 times. As you can tell by my keep you alive juice is almost gone. But only because this guy makes me cuss. And I cuss to the point that I even offended myself. So I'm... And it takes a lot to offend me. And when I watched it over, it's like, oh my God, no, I'm not. I'm just going to redo it. So here we are, redoing it because I even offended myself. And I've only done that one other time reading this book to where I had to redo it because I even offended myself. That's how bad this book pisses me off. So, we're going to try to do it in a don't offend Nikki kind of way. Because I can be terrible. And I was terrible. I do not like this guy. So, no evil can harm the one who fears the Lord. That is not true. Evil befalls the ones who fear the Lord all the time, so the Lord can take them away from the shit going on in the world. He even said that. Through trials again and again, he is rescued. Yeah, because you guys do it to yourself. Whoever hates the law is without wisdom and tossed about like a boat in the storm. Go ahead, say you don't deserve it. The prudent trust in the word of the Lord, and the law is dependable for them as a divine oracle. Again, he's talking about it being a writing. Sometimes it's a writing and sometimes it's a saying. Well, people say it and it doesn't get wrote down. So they call the person saying it an oracle and a writing an oracle. It's weird, but oracle is a different religion. So why? Prepare your words and then you will be listened to. Draw upon your training and give your answer. Like a wheel of a cart is the mind of a fool, and his thoughts like a turning axle. A mocking friend is like a stallion that neighs no matter who the rider may be. Yeah, because all your people are evil. You're fucking terrible. Why is one day more important than the other when the same sun lights up every day of the year? It's Sabbaths, you dumb mother. It's Sabbaths. Sabbaths are why one day is more important than the other. By the Lord's knowledge, they are kept distinct, and he designates the seasons and feasts. Well, you answered your own question, stupid. Some he exalts and sanctifies, and others he just lists as ordinary days. No duh. Actually, he lists them as work days. Work days, not ordinary. Likewise, all people are of clay, and from earth humankind was formed. In the fullness of his knowledge, the Lord distinguished them, and he designated their different ways. Some he blessed and exalted. Sunday. Oh, this isn't the days, this is people. Okay. Some he blessed and exalted. Some he sanctified and drew to himself. Like Nikki K the Great. Others he cursed and brought low and expelled them from their place. I've been there. Like clay in the hands of a potter, to be molded according to his pleasure. So are the people in the hands of their maker, to be dealt with as he decides. As evil contrasts with good and death with life, so are sinners in contrast with the godly. Like no duh. See now all the works of the Most High. They come in pairs, one opposite the other. Now I am the last to keep vigil. Are you saying that so you feel important? Because that's not true. You are not the last one. You were not the last one at this time, and you will never be the last one at any time. You are just one of them. You dumb mother. See what I'm saying? I don't like this guy. Okay, now I am the last to keep vigil, like a gleaner following grape pickers. Since the Lord's blessing, I have made progress. I have made progress till, like the grape picker, I have filled my wine press. Yes, this is a Nikki thing. I don't have a wine press. And I don't think I filled anything yet, so. Oh, and I learned how to dance. I got my legs back. Yay. Okay. Consider that not for myself, consider that not for myself only have I labored, but for all who seek instruction. How is reading a book and talking to people labor? Was it so hard to read a book? Is it so hard to tell people what it fucking really says? I don't think that's labor. It's just fucking talking and reading a book. Like, read it for real. Property and servants. Listen to me, leaders of the people. Hopefully they don't, because you're not saying anything. Rulers of the congregation, pay heed. Let neither son, wife, brother, or friend have the power over you as long as you live. See, but what if they use your kids against you to make you get a vaccine? This is stupid. This is stupid. While breath of life is still in you, let no one take your place. I don't think anybody's going to take my place. Have you seen my life? Do not give your wealth to another, lest you must plead for support yourself. Nikki problem. That's why I can't have any money at all. They had to take my money from me, because I will give it to everybody. Far better that your children plead with you than you should look for a handout from them. Have you met the kids nowadays? Those little motherfuckers need to start paying for shit. They break everything. Keep control over all your affairs. Bring no stain on your honor. This lesson needs to be learned by a few people I know. When your few days reach their limit, at the time of death, distribute your inheritance. I don't have an inheritance. I'll be like, boy freak, you can have my computer. Girl freak, you can have my makeup and my pants. Fodder, whip, and loads for a donkey. Food, correction, and work for a slave. See, this right here is where I lost my fucking mind. Yep, the next few, that's where I lost my fucking mind. And I am gonna do my best not to lose my mind. Okay, make a slave work. Make a slave work, and he will look for rest. Let his hands be idle, and he will seek to be free. The yoke and harness will bow the neck, and for a wicked slave, punishment in the stocks. See, this is not an American thing. This is a Jew thing. So why are people hating Americans for the slave shit when it was the Jews? And look, these people are so fucking terrible. Why isn't anybody saying reparations from the Jews? Why? Why not? And force him to work, that he be not idle, for idleness teaches much mischief. See, it's Jews that are terrible to slaves. Put him to work as is fitting for him, and if he does not obey, load him with chains. but never lord it over any human being, and do nothing unjust. Are you saying this just so you look a little bit better? Because, like, we know about your people, and your people's history is in this book, and they're fucking terrible. So are you saying this just so it's like, they're mostly good to slaves because we know about these people, and these people are kind of doing it to us right now. This is not true. Well, this part right here, is that just so, we'll just throw this in here so we can look a little better. If you have but one slave, only one though, not many, just one, and I'm guessing this would be a house slave, right? Because then it says, treat him like yourself, for you have acquired him with your life's blood. If you have but one slave, only one, deal with him as a brother, for you need him as you need your life. Yeah. If you mistreat him and he runs away, in what direction will you look for him? Why would you look for him at all? This guy, I don't like him. And this whole, be mean to every slave but your house slave. I don't know. This guy, I don't like him. Oh my God. All right, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay, we're on 34. Trust in the Lord and not in dreams. This is the other part I lost my fucking mind, because we're reading right now about Nebuchadnezzar and his fucking dream. Okay? And Daniel says, trust what your dream says because it's about to be fucking terrible. Empty and false. Empty and false are the hopes of the senseless, and dreams give wings to fools. Like grasping at shadows or chasing the wind. So, anyone who believes in dreams. See, that's what I'm saying. Nebuchadnezzar just had a dream, and a king before had a dream. And Daniel saw Nebuchadnezzar's dream, and the one guy from the prison talks about the baker and the cupbearer, right? And he told them, and then the king had a similar dream to Nebuchadnezzar, and the dude told him the king told him his dream. And they're supposed to be real dreams. So what do you mean? They're grasping at shadows. See, that's what I'm saying. That's why this guy makes me so fucking mad. The likeness, hold on. What is seen in dreams is a reflection, the likeness of a face looking at itself. This guy. How can the unclean produce what is clean? Because God wants the unclean to be clean. That's how, you dumbass. Stop it, Niggy. How can the false produce what is true? If they say it enough times, people believe it. That's how. Divination, omens, and dreams are unreal. No. No. As a matter of fact, God hates all these things because they are real, you dumbass. What you already expect, the mind fantasizes, unless they are specially sent by the Most High. Do not fix your eyes on them. But how would you know? Unless you talk about your dream, how the fuck would you know? See what I'm saying? This guy. For dreams have led many astray, and those who put their hope in them have perished. What are you even talking about? What are you talking about? Whose dream are you talking about? Without such deceptions, the law will be fulfilled. What deceptions? What dream are you talking about? And in the mouth of the faithful is complete wisdom. Have you met any of the, well, you haven't met any of the faithful people we know, but they are not wise. They lie just like you're lying right now. You make it okay for these people to lie. You're lying in a book that's in the Bible. A much traveled person knows many things, and one with much experience speaks sense, unless you live with all people who don't understand what the fuck you're saying. An inexperienced person knows little. Yeah, that's why they don't understand what the fuck you're saying. Whereas the travel one adds to resourcefulness. Yeah, and again, if you live with a certain kind of people, they hate that. I have seen much in my travels and learned more than I could ever say. No, you say a lot right here. You say a lot of lies. Is that what you've learned in your travels, how to lie? Often I was in danger of death, but these experiences I was saved. Yeah, because they taught you to lie. Living is the spirit of those who fear the Lord, for their hope is in their Savior. Whoever fear the Lord are afraid of nothing, and who are never discouraged, for he is their hope. No, see, this is wrong. This is wrong. Okay, whoever fears the Lord are afraid of everything and are always discouraged, and he is their hope. That's what that should say. Because I don't know if you haven't met any of the faithful now, but they are fucking terrified of everything. That's why America is going down the shithole. They won't even fucking pray. Happy the soul that fears the Lord. Oh, the church people, they're so happy. They're as happy as a loon on crack. In whom does he trust? And who is his support? That's a stupid question. The eyes of the Lord are upon those who love him. Yeah, the light. And he doesn't pay attention to the dark. It's like the Lion King. Everything the light touches. Yep. He is their mighty shield and strong support. You answered your own question. A shelter from the heat, a shade from the noonday sun, a guard against stumbling, a help against falling. He lifts up the spirits and brings sparkle to the eyes. He gives up health and life. He gives health, life, and blessing. true worship of God. Let's see what this says. Ill-gotten goods offered in sacrifice are tainted. How would you know? Presents from the lawless do not win God's favor. What? The Most High is not pleased with the gifts of the godless. How do you know? Oh, that is a rule. Never mind, you would know that. Nor for their many sacrifices does he forgive their sins. The one who slays his son in his father's presence is something missing. Whoever offers sacrifice from the holdings of the poor. Yeah, how do these things go together? The bread of charity is life itself for the needy. And going to the food bank is a nice buffer against Joe Biden. Just want to say that if you go to the food bank, make sure you give them $2. $2 to any food bank church, really. Not the Salvation Army. And if you're going to give it to the Salvation Army, make sure you give it to the Salvation Army that you're going to. Because I don't know if the Salvation Army actually gives how do you say it? I don't know if all the money you give to the Salvation Army actually goes to the Salvation Army. Whoever withholds the bread of life is a murderer. To take away a neighbor's living is to commit murder. Both of these things. To deny a laborer wages is to shed blood. If one builds up and another tears down, what do they gain but trouble? They would both gain different things, because if one is building up, it's probably to help the community make money. And if one tears down, his thing is going to be different. They don't get the same. And I don't know. I don't know. If one prays and another curses, whose voice will God hear? If one again touches a corpse after bathing, what does he gain by the purification? How would you know? So one who fasts for sin, but goes down and commits them again, who will hear his prayer? What is gained by mortification? I don't know what this means. Mortified, isn't that like surprised and scared at the same time? Let's find out. Mortification in Christian ideology is to the suggestive experience of sanctification, the objective work of God between justification and glorification. Okay. It means the putting to death of sin. Okay, putting to death a sin. Well, according to the Catholics, God will forgive your sin if you just ask a priest, pray with a priest, right? But then the Bible says if you keep committing a sin, the sin is recidivism, then God's like, no, I'm not doing that. I don't want to do that. But this is saying what is gained by mortification? Nothing really. The answer to that is nothing, because God, if you repeat the same sin, God's gonna give up on you. But I don't know. I have no idea. But I don't like this guy, at all. For any reason, I don't like him. I I don't like him. But I think this is the least offensive video I have made, and I believe it will be the last one, because I'm terrible. But I do not like this guy. Anyway, thank you for watching and listening to this guy talk bullshit or something. I don't know. But I don't like this guy, and I don't like reading this book. And I'm gonna finish it. I'm gonna finish it, but I don't want to, because I don't like this guy. Anyway, thank you for watching. I love you, and have the greatest day ever. Wait a minute. Ever have the greatest day ever.